last week. She's had very little this morning with some issues with the car. She's had a fuse go in the pump in the car a few times, but once it's working, she's working, and this car looking solid through the section. And another good run here from one of our guest drivers is Colette Davis. Look at this, out to the edge of the circuit, getting all of those zones as she transitions back now to the wall. Very brave to the wall. Oh, she hits the wall. Oh, Colette Davis bounces off that wall, and it looks to me like it just caught the rear end of the car, the front end of the car. Doing exactly what the judges want to do. Oh, the angle. So much angle. I used every bit of braking on the front and rear to control that car into that first corner.
1,000 horsepower SR20.
It even makes sense. And look at the speed he's picking up as he comes through the power alley. Very early to the wall. Oh, the top of the wall. There was a.
What do you think, Jackson?
It's an Orbi 25/30. Does that make it an Orbi 28? Or does it? I don't know what that means. Maybe a 25 head on the 30 bottom end.
That's not as nice as like saying 1.5 JZ. You know exactly.
No, you don't want to slash.
No, you don't put a slash.
Don't put a slash. He had 64 in his first run, so he had an error at the end of the run. So let's hope we can see some room for improvement. Let's see if we can tidy it up. A little slam of the front brake there. Does a good job of throwing that car around the first corner. More in the Elite Autocar car. Look at this, right out to the curves. This is what the judges want to see.
Nice and smooth. Listen to those sounds coming out of that car. And nice little puff of front smoke as he dips into the wall.
What do you think, Jackson?
What do I think of what, Tom?
Of the day so far?
The day's been nice. Good view as you can see here. We're enjoying our time and we're doing well, and people that didn't qualify better come on. I'm excited for that. Stay tuned to it tomorrow. Stuff in the real action happening.
Of this battle, let's see what happens. With Salmon in the lead and Stewie give a chase. I know Stewie's probably not going to be as aggressive as he wants to. He's going to give Salmon just a little bit of a lead, but not too much. Obviously putting a little more pressure on than Sam was able to do.
Yeah, he was doing it. Well, he was starting to reel it in a little bit. Stewie down. There he goes. There's the diving. That is quite shallow from Stewie to catch up there, but he
an interesting set of battles.
The tin metal, you could probably put it in a little art gallery in the city, to be honest.
They'll fit right in.
Got the guard.
Chase representing Amazon. Look at Julia Jacobs on the back wheel as they go into the first corner. Oh, here we go.
We are talking about.
Julia Jacobs puts it on the door on the first corner. Now we're turning up the heat. As Brody Mara says, I've got all the horsepower, but I can't shake this. Oh, and Julia Jacobs taking the bumper off the car. In the chase, got a little too wide, taking a big time to the last corner. Brody Mara. He was pretty worried there.
He was stuck to him like glue.
Tentative approach to the first corner. Dale trying to fire it in. Is he going to have the same issue again as he comes through? This time, it's messy. But now Brendan says, okay, he seems to be fine from here.
He's doing it, and he's making it work. So now it's all. Oh my goodness, he's actually doing it deep into the pocket, but then it comes up shallow. Something has happened.
I think that gearbox is just on its way out. I think Dale lost power there, and Brendan just had to make a base action. It's the first instant that I went to there. It looked to me, I mean, the judges will have a closer look at it, but it looked to me as he went towards that wall, the car shut off, and he just had to go for that shallow line.
He started coming way inside, and that's not where you want to be, especially as a lead car. And as a follow car, that's an impossible place to put yourself.
the line, and you're going to see Tommy Lemaire, a real, an incredible pro driver. So he's going to use all the tricks in the book here to try and catch back up, and he is catching back up. As Grant Anderson now just shy of that outer zone as he transitions back to the wall. Tommy Lemaire goes very early here, but he does get bumped back up onto the door. And look at Tommy Lemaire giving it a go in the use.
That was insane. That is a seasoned driver.
None of that.
Maybe 250, 260
But it would
on
be
a
better.
good day.
It could carry 600 kilos a lot better. That's the difference.
Well, not that one.
No. He's got the advantage, but we know Tommy Lemaire is going to put a good show on here.
Yeah.
So Grant can't afford to make any big errors here.
No, and I think Grant is going to be able to put the pressure on because Tommy is such a good driver, such a seasoned driver. So, knowing that, let's see if Grant can take advantage of that situation and just do a good chase on.
Well, it looks so far like he is as he cuts the course. Oh, Grant leaving himself a little bit on the inside on the curb here as Tommy Lemaire now starts to pull the gap. Grant Anderson getting a little bit caught up on the first corner. He's got the pace here on the straight to get back up in his business as Tommy Lemaire goes right out to the wall. Tommy Lemaire on a great outside line here. Grant Anderson catch up to that hill. Things have swung back the other way quite quickly.
Crazy. That's
line, and now he gets back. This is where it all starts to come together for both drivers. You got to say, for Tommy Lemaire in the lead position, doing everything he can to put a good lead rundown, and he gets right out to the wall.
stinking across all of the broken multiple.
It is. Guys, give it up for Tommy Lemaire and Grant Anderson.
They love it. Look at that camaraderie right there.
And I think the outfits also show the level of pro driving they've done. Tommy Lemaire, a seasoned pro, and
very casual from Grant Anderson.
And Grant just looks like he's heading out for a night on the beer.
Yeah, I mean, which isn't off course for him.
Exactly. Results dropping in. And it's Grant Anderson gets the win. Grant Anderson goes through to the top 8. Tommy Lemaire knocked out, but you know what? He's still fighting. He had a fire in practice. He borrowed a car. He came all the way from Canada. Give it up for Tommy Lemaire. It was a big trip over here.
Fantastic.
And our cameraman running away as he knows something's going to happen.
I love to see it.
That cameraman is taking no chances.
No.
And if I was him, I would take no chances. Absolutely. You can see
hurtling over those K barriers.
Grant Anderson and donuts with Tom. These two guys have no idea what they're driving right now. This is so unusual. Two borrowed cars, two very unusual ones. Instead, we always hit the random car generator here at the IMLZ Tour, where we just say, hey, there's a car in engine combo, see what you can do with it. And Tommy Lemaire, to be honest, I think did a really good job.
He did a fantastic job. That was exciting. That was very well.
Holy shit, that was cars.
the sportsmanship of Michael.
That's what we were just
I know
saying.
Brody Maher here is absolutely putting on a clinic in that lead position, and Rudnick's falling off a little bit. I mean, it's bad to happen. He's never even done a lap in the car.
No.
But if I was in a situation and it was a decision that was a really tough one for the judges, you lose out. Like, you go, what is it?
Where Brody has been shining, and Jimmy Oaks getting in earlier than I think I've seen him do all weekend long. Brody kind of
I was just about to say, we didn't see much proximity from Brody Maher at all on that
Maybe
race.
he was out of tires. Maybe he just didn't want to put that amount of pressure on. Maybe his spotter told him to back off a little bit.
I'm not sure. I think the judges will have a look at the initiation too. Jimmy Oaks was a very late initiation and very wide. So from that perspective, does Brody Maher have grants? He has all the time in the world to get in. And this is a transition that we saw Jimmy be very aggressive on. Not that much aggression from Brody there as they transition through. And this is the bit where I expected, I expected Brody to be right on the door here, but he's not on the door. As Jimmy Oaks, look at his four-wheel lock-up into the wall and puts the back bumper, tags the. It's Brody Maher getting the win. Brody gets the win and goes through, and it's down to that initiation from Jimmy Oaks. It actually looks like he missed the gear on the run-up, the judges are saying, which pushed Brody back. And Jimmy Oaks jumping in a valiant effort. He was in the conversation for sure on that decision. Some great transitions, lovely four-wheel lock-ups to the wall. And Jimmy, I'm sure we'll see back out for some fun fantasy battles.
I hope so.
He's always, I think, one of the shining stars of the fantasy battles.
Yeah, this is I know he's very disappointed with himself. He's been very to be able to come out here and do this in front of all these people is an insane thing to do.
Mitch Larner is going to the final, gets the win. He's in the show tomorrow, and they'll have many hours to put many engines in that car tonight, I'm sure. But he's battled against all odds into that, which is incredible.
He's got the Bluetooth supercharger, maybe giving him some good luck.
Will be waiting somewhere for him for a final shot at lap 3. Look at that, Mitch Larner, as I said, roll it back into the pits, get that car ready to go. I mean,
300 horsepower monster.
I feel he's not changing as many tires today as he usually does.
No,
It's a full day, an economical day for Mitch Larner in that Corolla as he now takes the supercharger off, goes in, and still gets to the final. Impressive stuff.
Insane.
And Brody waiting for him there to see who rounds out the top. Stewie Bryant in the lead, Jimmy Oaks in the chase.
And here we go, Stewie Bryant chucking it in. And Jimmy Oaks getting right up into his business and accidentally loses it. Pushed just a little bit too hard. Stewie Bryant's just going to go ahead and finish this out. Unfortunately for Jimmy Oaks, that was a big mistake. Got just a little too aggressive. Didn't want to crash into the car. Stewie Bryant still tapping the wall, still making it happen, bringing it around. Round of applause for Stewie for finishing that out.
I'm not sure if Stewie knows what's going on or what's happening, but to me it looked like.
So that's what he has to do right now. So let's see if he can make that happen. Big, solid flick entry. Can he pull it back off? And he does. Stewie does need to keep back up because you do not want to get an inactive chase because that would be a big mistake. So Stewie's staying in there, not being super aggressive. Jimmy Oaks putting down a hell of a lead run, actually. Stewie finally getting up into business and then makes a big mistake, and Jimmy's going into the wall. What has just happened?
Yeah, I think it looked to me like Jimmy went just very deep into that wall, maybe having some steering issues as well, and it just bounced off the wall.
went in a wall?
So it's definitely going to be two disadvantages for Jimmy Oaks, which is going to give the win here to Stewie Bryant.
100 horsepower right
Wow,
there.
on the door. Mitch Larner is flying into the door of that 1,000 horsepower car as they transit. Look at Mitch Larner up onto the rear wheel as they fire through there. Larner's got to make a big dive here to stay in this one, and he does. Look at that late snappy transition.
Oh my goodness, and he stayed in it.
Oh, Larner's a bit of a wobble, and Larner stays on it. What a finale this is going to be.
I don't know, man. I think that 300 horsepower.
And now he may very well win the competition.
Ratchet strap the supercharger in.
It's still ratchet strapped in there. Here we go, the Thunder from down under. Mitch Larner in the lead position. We got Brody in the chase position. It's the last run of the day. as they fire in. Larner with a lot of pace on the initiation. Brody's going to start putting up the ground here. Brody leading him a little bit from now. Brody starting to make the dive as they come up on the curve. Look at Larner though, he's pushing here as they go down there. Brody's got the power on. He's got to start getting into the pocket here as they go to the wall rock. Oh, Brody with a massive lock on. What a move for Brody Maher in the last moment here as we see two of Australia's finest finish out the show at the Last Chance Top 16.
And two absolutely